We have all these different bets, pie to the face bets. Why don't we have a pie sponsorship? Why doesn't Marie Callender, if somebody works at Marie Callender and would like to be the official pie of the DP show? You know, it's a Orange County company. Marie's son, Don, founded it in 1964. How about we get some pies? Yes, Todd.
And I've been assured on X that that's still in existence. Not as many stores, but Marie Callender's is still a thing.
All right, but if they would like to sponsor, I'm getting some messages here. This is the absolute best pie in the business. They are delicious. Banana and coconut cream ones. All right. Maybe we could get a pie sponsorship out of this. We'll get more phone calls come up. See, what's poll question from, I didn't even know if we went to one in the first hour, let alone the second hour.
Well, I'm trying to get the wording of this right, but I think it's going to be a little sensitive.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I can, I'm trying to find a better way to ask this question, but Steve Ballmer is the victim or villain?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for the, what's that called, Paul? And the V&V?
Alliteration.
Alliteration, thank you. Victim and villain. So it kind of rolls off the tongue.
I think
there.
that's a fair.
Ties it together.
That's a fair estimate on the question.
All right.
We okay with that? We comfortable with that?
Paul's the executive producer.
Can I blame him?
He'll take the blame.
Okay,
yes.
great.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys approved it. I didn't.
Ron Jaworski, NFL quarterback for 17 seasons. He went to a Super Bowl, and he will be handling the Eagles pre- and post-game show for NBC Sportsnet tonight. What are the expectations for the Eagles this season, Jaws?
Dan, first of all, great to be with you once again. Expectations in Philadelphia are through the roof. They will be going crazy tonight at Lincoln Financial Field when that banner is raised. The bar is very high. I think most people that have watched football over the last couple of years believe that Howie Roseman has built a franchise for the long haul, not only to win, but to win Super Bowls. This is a very good football team. The national TV audience, and of course the Dallas Cowboys. This is always a game when the schedule came out in Philadelphia. You put a big circle around the Dallas Cowboys. It's been a bitter rivalry for a long time. So all of a sudden you get the world champions unveiling the banner here in Philadelphia this evening. You got the Dallas Cowboys coming to town. It'll probably be the highest rated game of the year. So it's a great matchup.
But is it Super Bowl or bust? Like anything other than a Super Bowl win in Philadelphia, would that be a disappointment?
Yes. It's Philadelphia, just the way it is, and you learn to live with it. But this is a very good football team. The Cowboys are kind of going through a rebuilding state right now. The Eagles last year in the two games against the Cowboys won by a score of 75-13. That's correct, Dan. 75-13 last season. So, of course, Dak Prescott is not playing those games. He'll be playing this evening. But right now, the Eagles organization is far ahead of the Cowboys organization as far as the player development and the team they put on the field.
I know we love rankings. We love lists, especially with quarterbacks. And I just don't know if we know how to properly rank Jalen Hurts. I don't know if he's a great quarterback, but he is the right quarterback for this team. How do you look at where he kind of stands with these other quarterbacks?
Right now, he's the best quarterback in the National Football League because he has that Vince Lombardi trophy in his hand. He's a world champion quarterback. He's a Super Bowl MVP. And I don't know how he come up with all these quarterback rankings and ratings and who's number one and who's number 32 and who's moving up and who's moving down. I played 17 years as you introduced me in this league. The only thing that I was concerned about was, can we win the football game? Not numbers, not stats. Can we win the football game? You look at Jalen Hurts' record, the only thing this young man cares about is winning. He's still pissed off right now. He's a Super Bowl MVP, but he now feels disrespected because he's not in the top 3 or 4, top 5 of these quarterback rankings. In my opinion,
but why would he care about that, Jaws? If he cares about winning, why would he care about his ranking?
Because you got to have something to motivate yourself.
Okay.
Every player's got something besides winning. What's going to motivate you to become great? It's not always the wins and losses. Everyone's different. Everyone motivates himself differently right now. But the guy is a winning quarterback. He knows how to win. He prepares. And I think the players, I get out to training camp, I see how he operates, how the team operates, how Nick operates the football team on the practice field. And it's no joke. It's no joking around. And Jalen Hurts is the leader of the football team. He's a winning quarterback. And to me, you rate a quarterback, does he win games? When the game is on the line, Jalen Hurts makes plays. And I think the one thing that's probably most overlooked in his skill set, his ability to run and read defenses. And now he's gotten so much better at that because you have to respect Jalen Hurts' ability to run, to throw on the run, and run those zone read options. That's to be separates him because he stretches the field not only vertically in the passing game but horizontally in the running game. And I think a good example. I was looking at some tape of the Cowboys with Micah Parsons in there over the last couple of years, getting in preparation for this game. Micah Parsons really was never a factor against the Eagles. Never a factor because they made him play the run. They ran the zone read option at him, made him wrong. And there's only one quarterback I think can do that. Well, there's others. Patrick Mahomes can do it, but they don't put him in harm's way. Probably Josh Allen could do it, but they don't put him in harm's way. The Eagles are willing to take a chance with Jalen Hurts because he normally makes the right decision when he makes a decision to run the football or hand it off in the running game.
I always found it interesting with great players and players who could track you down, Lawrence Taylor, that the best way is to go after them. Like go straight to them instead of letting them have that catch-up speed that, Micah Parsons has. I go back to Alan Page. I remember Tony Dungy saying we went right at him because we knew he would eventually catch us if we didn't.
Well, especially, at the linebacker position, it's become such an important position in the NFL. And I think the best way to take on a guy that likes to use speed and quickness and athleticism is to run right at him. Make him take on blocks for 65 or 70 plays a game. Wear his ass down. That's kind of the approach that teams take on it. If you got a great athlete as a linebacker, even a defensive lineman, run it right at him, make him make plays and wear him down. So, yes, I would agree with your assessment of that.
Talking to Ron Jaworski, the former NFL quarterback. He's working with the Eagles, the pre- and post-game show for NBC Sportsnet tonight. If not the Eagles, then who?
Probably the Chiefs again. I think the Bills are creeping up as far as winning the Super Bowl. There are going to be teams in the hunt. Detroit's going to be in the hunt. There's no question of that. I love this week, this first opening week, because no one knows what the hell is going to happen, Dan. I mean, it is the hardest. As a player for 17 years, I knew week one you didn't know what to expect. No one shows anything anymore in the preseason. It is the hardest game to evaluate. I always say, I'll come on your show in 4 weeks, and then you can ask me the question, who's the best team in the National Football League? I think we need to see a sampling, not based on what last year. This Eagle roster, they're the world champions. They've had tremendous turnover. Tremendous turnover. They're going to have probably four new starters, maybe five new starters on defense tonight. Fortunately for them, their offense is very sound. There'll only be one change at right guard with Steen going in at right guard. They'll be fine on offense, but defense, there's a turnover. So you got to see how it's going to play out as the season wears on.
Can you defend what Jerry Jones did in the Micah Parsons situation?
Yeah, I think both teams won in this. I think the immediate winner is the Green Bay Packers. They get a great football player. They're now probably, along with the Eagles, probably the odds-on favorite to go to the Super Bowl and win a world championship. That the Packers got a lot better now, but they gave up a lot. They gave up 2 number 1 draft choices and Kenny Clark. So they gave up potentially, a few all-pro players. And let's be realistic. The Cowboys are in a kind of a rebuilding type year. And if they hit on those draft choices, you could say, okay, they're going to have 4 first-round picks in the next 2 years. So they're going to have a chance to rebuild their football team with high draft choice. Yeah, they may not be number 1s, number 2s, but it gives them the capital now to move up in those positions where they can get any player they want in the next 2 years. So I think for the short term, the Green Bay Packers certainly win. The long term, I think the Dallas Cowboys win.
Always great to talk to you, Jaws. Thanks for joining us. Have fun tonight.
All right. Always great work with you, Dan. You're the best.
That's Ron Jaworski handling the Eagles pre- and post-game show for NBC Sportsnet coming up tonight.